In the public and political affairs arena, we are witness to the vengeance directed at Masoud Rajavi and his combatants. They ask why are they resisting and overthrowing the ruling theocracy, and why are they not prepared to dissolve the Mujahideen organization? In a nutshell, they complain because we are struggling and resisting. They say because the resistance has not disintegrated, because its members have not surrendered and refused to abandon their ideals, they are at fault. Indeed, this is precisely the logic of the henchman who claimed that the tortured prisoner must take the blame, because had he not resisted, he would not have been tortured. If he had kneeled and cooperated with the henchmen, he would not have been executed. According to this logic, all the pioneers in history have themselves to blame for their suffering, homelessness, and death. On this basis, Jesus Christ had himself to blame for being crucified, because he told his disciples that they must not be afraid of death and must pick up their crosses and join him. And our leader, Imam Hussein, was to be blamed for his own martyrdom and that of his supporters in Ashura Day, because he rose against oppression. If this is the case, we are proud of committing all the offenses and the crimes that you accuse us of. We are proud of these allegations, the tortures we suffer, the crosses we carry, which are our only assets and signs of our resistance and defiance. Yes, we are proud that we will never abandon our struggle for freedom. This is the secret to our endurance. Dear compatriots, the mullah's 35-year-old rule has resulted in killings, devastation, impoverishment, addiction, high prices and unemployment. May you and your regime be cursed for forcing 5 million Iranians to sleep hungry every night. May you be damned because the sale of body parts in Iran is greater than any other country. And may you be cursed because you have filled the streets of Tehran with child laborers, so many women roaming the streets, and so many young addicts. But in the face of so much sadness and pain, we only strengthen our resolve 1,000 times to realize the Iranian people's freedom and happiness. Oh, blissful freedom, how shall I greet you on the day of your return? The blood that flows greets your steps like a bouquet of red roses. Dear friends, Dear friends, last year, in this very hall, one of our urgent tasks was to remove the Mujahideen from the US terror list. The judgment by the Federal Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia, your struggle and campaign, and the efforts of the justice-seeking friends of the resistance in the US and Europe, as well as the perseverance of the combatants of freedom in Ashraf and Liberty, finally resulted in the delisting. Our objective is getting the designation revoked was to remove a major obstacle in the path of change in Iran. Now, after the victory, it is time that we expand this struggle everywhere to overthrow the Velayat Faqih regime. Of course, overthrowing this regime will not happen by itself. It requires a resistance movement with a cohesive and united organization, with members ready to sacrifice, with popular support, with financial independence, with the widespread presence of women in all arenas, and a democratic alternative with clear objectives and plan.